Друзья, всем привет! С вами Анастасия Нифонтова. Сегодня мы решили вам рассказать про девочек ралли Дакар. В этом году, к сожалению, у меня не получилось поучаствовать в гонке, ввиду того, что у меня были травмы после ралли «Шелковый путь», перелом позвоночника, ребер, ключицы. В общем, все это долго заживало. И, в принципе, сейчас я уже в боевой готовности, но понятно, что Дакар гонка серьезная, к ней надо было готовиться серьезно. И к моменту старта, собственно, я была не очень готова. Поэтому было много вопросов о девчонках, которые участвуют в гонке. Женский зачет, собственно, действительно существует на ралли Дакар. За первое, второе, третье место дают вот такие вот пластмасски с медалькой. За первое место эта штука побольше, тут такая табличка. Соответственно, за второе, за третье место. Вот я 2 раза участвовала, 2 раза получила такие квадратики замечательные. Вообще история ралли Дакар, она насчитывает уже 41 год. И за всю эту многолетнюю историю девочек не так много участвовало в гонке, потому что, ну, понятно, это очень тяжело вообще, в принципе, для мужчин, для здоровых, да, для девочек это вдвойне тяжело. И самый большой кворум был, мы сейчас не берем девочек-автомобилисток, штурманш, это немножко другая история, мы сейчас говорим только про мото и квадрозачет, который считается единым для девочек. Так вот, собственно, за всю эту историю девочек самое большое количество было, вы не поверите, в самом первом выпуске Дакара в 1979 году. Их было, если мне не изменяет память, что порядка 8 человек всего, 8 или 9 девочек. После этого рекорд этот побит не был, потому что все посмотрели, что это такое, и, как говорится, дураков или дур нет, да, в этом во всем участвовать. Я, когда первый раз участвовала в ралли Дакар в 2017 году, у нас был зачет из 6 девочек. Я тогда приехала вторая. В этом году, собственно, зачет насчитывал 5 девчонок. Это Сара Гарсия, которая второй год подряд пыталась освоить зачет Original, в котором она вместе со мной тоже пыталась ехать в прошлом году, но, к сожалению, не смогла финишировать. Также это Мирьям Пол, очень известная и такая опытная гонщица из Голландии, которая выступала еще на африканских ралли-марафонах, также была и в Южной Америке, и вот сейчас она первый раз, ну, как и все, собственно, принимала участие в ралли Дакар в Саудовской Аравии. Вот, к сожалению, с этими 2 девчонками мы не успели поговорить, потому что, сами понимаете, у Сары Гарсии не было совершенно времени, она постоянно была занята своим мотоциклом, Мирьям Пол просто реально не смогли поймать. Вот. Но мы выцепили 3 других девчонок, которые участвовали в этом году. Это, естественно, Laia Sanz, для которой это был уже 10-й по счету Дакар, и она поставила такой некий рекорд. Она проехала 10 ралли Дакар подряд, и все 10 раз финишировала, доехала до финиша, то есть у нее нет ни одного схода. Я не знаю, мне кажется, это даже вообще среди всех участников, которые когда-либо принимали в ралли Дакар участие, это, наверное, самый стабильный результат. Уж не говоря про девочек, конечно. И, кстати говоря, если ты участвуешь в ралли Дакар 10 раз, то тебе присваивается статус легенды ралли Дакар, так что Лая теперь заслуженно у нас считается легендой. Ну, я думаю, что и легендой и без этого все считали. Она действительно великая гонщица, многократная чемпионка мира по триалу, по эндуро. И, собственно, да, вот уже 10 лет она выигрывает ралли Дакар в женском зачете и дает прикурить всем парням, потому что она едет очень круто, в топе. Ее лучший результат на гонке – это она попала в топ-10 общего, заметьте, общего зачета. И, собственно, вот в этом году она заняла 18 место. Не так у нее получилось хорошо выступить, как бывало, да. Но все равно при всех вводных я считаю, что это очень неплохой результат. Ну и если говорить уже о других 2 девчонках, это 2 девушки из Южной Африки. Первый раз из Южной Африки гонщицы выступали на ралли Дакар, так что это был такой двойной дебют. Одну зовут Kirsten Landman, она известна в мире хард-эндуро, очень она опытная, заслуженная гонщица. Она участвовала практически во всех хард-эндуро гонках, и 111 мегаватт, и, я не знаю, там, Roof of Africa, все, что бывает, там, Sea to Sky. В общем, любители хард-эндуро, они знают все эти гонки, насколько это тяжело и сложно. В общем, она все это и проехала, везде финишировала. Единственная гонка, которая у нее еще не охвачена, это Эрсберг. Но она нам поделилась уже секретом, что в этом году как раз туда собирается. Но не буду забегать вперед, потому что это все будет в интервью, они все об этом расскажут, как они попали на Дакар, как они искали спонсоров, почему они едут на Дакар. Собственно, все это можно будет узнать из нашего видео. Я надеюсь, вам понравится. Я думаю, что если мы что-то забыли рассказать, не осветили, вы обязательно пишите вопросы, ваши пожелания. Мы, как я всем говорю, мы неопытные сварщики, мы только недавно начали развивать наш YouTube-канал, поэтому про свои кривые ноги, песклявый голос, про то, что всех перебивают, я уже отметила, я уже это приняла во внимание. Вы чувствуете, я уже говорю поспокойнее, не так нервно, посдержаннее, чтобы не нервировать вас. В общем, я стараюсь, я улучшаюсь. Мой муж Антон, который за камерой находится, он тоже не профессиональный оператор и монтажер, поэтому какие-то замечания, пожелания, все, что вы видите, что мы делаем не так, и что бы вам хотелось, чтобы мы делали лучше, вы обязательно тоже это все пишите. Мы ко всему обязательно прислушиваемся. Я, честно, сама читаю все комментарии, на все стараюсь ответить. Ну, если где-то что-то пропускаю, извините, ну, просто их действительно очень много. Так что, ладно, все, не отвлекаю больше. Сейчас перед вами выступят самые крутые, самые замечательные девчонки, которые в этом году преодолели ралли Дакар, и они достойны глубочайшего уважения. Смотрим.
I'm Laia Sanz, I'm in gas factory team, and this is my 10th Dakar.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I wrote several questions, so I will read it to you, and so it will be better. So you were the world's best female rider in trial enduro for several years in a row. One day you decided to try rallies on a bike.
Yeah, good question. I don't know, but it's something that I watched since I was really young. In Spain, Dakar it's quite popular. We are lucky to have in TV every evening. So I was following, and I was thinking that was something magic and the landscapes, the adventure. So
So you thought to yourself, I should try it.
At the beginning, for me, was like impossible, something impossible, because I started with trials, that it's a completely different sport.
Yeah.
But getting good results in trial gave me the chance to get some sponsors and try to come here the first time.
Cool. Do you remember your first emotions about your first Dakar?
Well, I remember that was difficult to get the budget before coming here, so already to take the start was like a victory. And then, of course, my goal was only to finish, and it was really nice. When I remember really well when the last 10 Ks of the last stage, I was crying, and
really?
It was really nice. Yeah.
Cool, it's so nice. Have you ever tried to compare trial, enduro, and rallies?
Wow.
These are absolutely different disciplines, I know. But what is the most difficult for you, and why? And what do you like most?
That is like ask if I love more mom or dad. It's impossible to answer. Each thing is really special for me. Trial I've been doing for many years. All my friends are from there. So, and thanks to Trial, I had the chance to do enduro and rallies. So maybe it's my first love.
It's forever.
And it's forever, of course. But yeah, now I enjoy a lot doing rally, and I really like Dakar.
But can you compare what is the most difficult for you? Technically or mentally?
I think
physically?
The most difficult sport is trial. It's so technical, and you need to train every single day. It's really hard, and you need to repeat things thousands of times to learn. And yeah, I could compare trial to gymnastics. You know, they train a lot, and when I was doing trial, I had to train a lot, but it was so nice. But of course, rally is much more dangerous, and it's really challenging, and Dakar is really tough. It's 15 days, no sleeping, long days, and really risky, so yeah.
Okay. Last year, you tried to compete in hard enduro in Erzberg.
Yeah.
I remember you wrote that you had enough riding skills for that, but lack of physical resources somewhere in Instagram, something like this, if I'm not mistaken. Does it mean that hard enduro is more about powerlifting than riding? And your plans about future races?
It's a lot about technique and to save energy. If you have better technique, then you can you can take some energy, but the problem was that I went to Ellsberg last year after 4 months sick, and then after Dakar I broke my tibia, so for the...
You were not so fit.
I was not fit for sure.
So, and next Ellsberg?
It depends how this Dakar finish and if I have time to prepare it properly, but I would love, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We will watch it.
Thank you.
You participated in 9 Dakars and successfully finished all of them, yes?
Yeah.
That's true?
Yeah.
Cool. It shows that you are a very consistent rider. What is the secret? Do you ride with good safety margin, or maybe it's because you have some girly secrets, like intuition or extremely stable psychological...
No, yeah, I don't think it's because I'm a woman, but I think I have a strong mind, and for Dakar it's necessary. But I think I also know very well myself. I know my limits, so if one day I need to slow down, I slow down. I don't go crazy. I try to wait until my opportunity is to push. And then of course some luck, because to finish all 9 Dakars, sure some of luck I had, because it's really easy that something happened on the bike or a crash. So yeah, I've been lucky also.
Oh, that's good. Let it continue the same way.
I hope.
Okay. So maybe I don't know how to ask it, but I ask, why every year you race Dakar?
I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit stupid, but I think once the drug is in your body, it's impossible to stop. I think Dakar is like a drug, and we all suffer a lot when we are here, but every year we just want to come back. Yeah. So I think this race has something magical, make you push your limits, and if you have a nice Dakar, a good result, then the satisfaction is amazing. Yeah.
So we used to see Laia always on top, being a Wonder Woman, and always fit, always strong, with steel in her eyes. And it seems that you don't have weak points, but you're a girl, and do you remember any situation when you felt like a girl, weak, fragile, I don't know, when you wanted to throw away all your gear and cry, I don't know, something like that?
No, I'm quite... No, I think I'm strong, and of course I have some times that I just want to cry, like everybody, I think. But yeah, I'm quite... I have a strong mind, but yeah, of course I have weak points,
yeah,
and sometimes I cry, and especially with some films and movies, really? I really cry. So
that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that was my question. So do you cry when you watch some movies? That's cool. Have you ever some thoughts about taking part in original Vaimotul category? And what do you think about it?
No, I really think that these guys are the real adventure people. For me, it's the real Dakar. Of course, it's another thing, because I think the rhythm is much slower, but it's a big challenge to finish a Dakar doing everything by yourself. And I really,
so it's too crazy for you.
Yeah, and I really admire the people who do that, but I'm really bad on mechanic skills, so it's not something that I'm dreaming. And
actually, you have a chance to fight for positions.
Yeah, and for the moment, I try to do a good result in the overall, and you know, when I have my mechanic, physio, and team, and everything is. Of course, we have more pressure because we are fighting for a result. But in the other side, everything is good when you arrive at the bivouac. Maybe you suffer more in the stage, but once in the bivouac, everything is easy.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Because I don't want to do the same.
Repeat, yeah.
No. Okay, just 3 questions more. So, if you had a chance to choose some profession out of sports and races, what it can be? Have you think about it?
I would like to do Dakar on a car, so yeah, that could be really nice. But I really like cars and racing cars, and yeah,
So you cannot imagine yourself out of any racing, any sport?
No, I love basketball when I was at school. I play basketball, and then when I was studying, I wanted to be to study medicine, but of course I had to choose the sport, and for now it's working quite well.
So just a few questions about the bike, about benefits of the new bike. It's lighter.
Nothing changed at the end.
I mean the previous version, not year from year, but the previous, the old one.
Yeah, the old one, it changed a lot. This is a big improvement. All the riders were really happy to change because the old bike was so good and on the durability side, and it was like a real rally bike. But of course it was much more heavier and more dangerous, and each year the bikes are becoming more and more like an enduro bike.
Cool. And have you tried these new Michelin Baja tires?
Yeah, we use sometimes, and it's really good. Here we cannot use many days because the stages are too long, so we need to use the desert as.
And these tires, they are closer to enduro.
Yeah, it's a mix, and it's really good because the feeling is more like an enduro tire, but you can do a long stage and have good traction. So the feeling is really nice, but here the pity is that the stages are too long to use it, and it's a bit risky to use it.
A lot of rocks, I think, also.
Yeah, rocks and in a long stage you can have problems maybe.
Okay, last questions and we'll get you free. What do you eat during the race, during special stage, or after special stage, before special stage?
We try to have a good nutrition. I eat avocado in the morning, some protein and bread with olive oil. And some coffee and tea in the morning because it's difficult to wake up.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the day, some pasta, chicken, easy things because we don't want to get sick here. And during the stage, some energy bars and some nuts and some fruit.
Okay. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time, and good luck for the rest of the race.
Thank you.
So we're ready, and can you say to the camera your name? It's your first Dakar, know about your bike and your team, and then we'll discuss everything. So.
I'm Taye. I'm on the 450 Rally Replica. I'm riding with Nomad Racing. I'm from South Africa.
Taye, thank you very much for your time. And so I prepared several questions for you.
Go for it.
So let me start. I read in the internet that you started to ride at the age of 12.
Yes, somewhere there. 12, 13, memories quite
Yeah,
fast.
it's not so early because some girls, for example, like Laia from the
Very
Swiss,
small.
Yes, 3 years old. And you started from motocross.
Off-road motocross. I think we did a bit of everything back in the day. You know, if you could ride, you could ride. Whether it was on a motocross track or there's lots of dust. Yeah.
But why you didn't choose road racing or something with a tarmac?
I think, especially in South Africa, on the tar is a bit dangerous. So we'd rather stick to the dirt. It's safer. And my dad was on dirt bikes when he was way before me, so we just decided dirt bikes, you know.
Okay, and what is so special for you in dirt bikes and off-road riding?
For me, for racing, it's the freedom. It's you just get on the bike and there's nothing like it. I just love being on the bike.
That's the same. Actually, yeah, we're the same. When you heard about Dakar for the first time, and how did you come to the decision that you want to race in this race?
It's the biggest race in the world, and everyone wants the biggest challenge. And I think it's always leading up to it, but it was just never the right time. You know, money and financial and sponsors. You're always asking, when is it the right time? When is it the right time? Just decided, you know, it's never the right time. It's just, I want to do it now. Let's do it.
But by the way, about sponsors. For everyone, even I describe it with Cyril Dupre. For him, also, it's a big question. How did you find sponsors, and what do you do?
We didn't actually find too many sponsors. I don't have a lot of names on my bike. I've got a few guys who've been really good to me, but we've got no title sponsors, no main sponsors. So a lot of the money has come from family, and we're selling everything, and we got here mainly with a few very good people and the help of my family.
Cool. So I hope that this Dakar will attract more attention to your personality.
I hope so.
And you will find bigger sponsors. Yeah.
So we can do even better as well, hey?
I know a lot of women and even men say, oh, I like motocross so much, but I will never be able to ride them because my legs are too short. I'm not so strong. You're tiny. You're just 158.
That's right.
But you're able to ride big bikes, rally bikes. Please open your secret. What is the secret?
As long as you get moving, it's okay. Well, if I slow down, it's a problem, especially like if you're going slow in the dunes or you're in a rocky, tight section and you got to go down to first gear. I fall over very easy because, you know, if they want to put the leg down, and it's very easy. If I want to put my leg down, I'm over. And then it's picking bike up.
And is it difficult for you to pick up the bike?
It's a lot of effort, but it's not difficult. I try to be stronger, but it does take a lot of my energy out, and I risk falling more afterwards. I try to go a little bit faster at the risk of hitting things harder.
Yeah, the same story. Usually, I try to not to fall because when I fall down, it takes a lot of time.
And then you fall more.
You have to breathe, to drink, to think, to relax.
It takes you a while to compose yourself again.
What is racing for you? Is it a full-time job or just a hobby?
It's a passion. I love racing. If I could do it for a full-time job, I would. And I can't at the moment, but it is what I love, and it's it's my escape to the world. I love it.
Cool.
Thank you.
And who helps you in your racing career, except parents?
Yes, not many people. I actually got a very small community of people who support me and who do things for me. My kid sponsors. Nomad has helped me a lot. Other than that, it's basically my parents who are my closest supporters and always there.
Yeah, that's cool when parents support you with this passion. Yeah, because I know some kids saying, my parents don't want me to ride bikes, but I like bikes so much. Yeah, but when your parents are on the same way, that's cool.
That's much better. And then you make the choices.
And you're a national champion in rallies. Is it
in
correct?
off-road. I've won a few off-road titles, yes, in South Africa.
What kind of races?
We call it off-road in South Africa. I think in Europe they refer to enduro, and that's off-road over there. And to us, off-road, we have off-road and enduro, and enduro is more like what you guys would call extreme enduro. It's a lot more technical, a lot slower, just 2 strokes, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's cross country, like basically cross country.
So and you don't use their navigation, just
markers and
markers.
Yes.
Like an enduro. Enduro.
Exactly.
What do you think? What is the most strong part of you as a rider? Navigation, riding, consistency, endurance, some inner girl power.
I think it's about focus and finding a medium between all of that. I like my speed a lot, but for this Dakar, I'm trying to navigate more than race, especially in the dunes. I try to not race in the dunes. In the other stuff, I race.
So it's your first big rally.
It's my first Dakar. This year I did Mazuka, and then I did Rally du Maroc for preparation.
So you already had some experience.
Yes, the first time on a rally replica was in Rally du Maroc. And I struggled in the dunes because of the weight difference and being small. You know, if your weight is slightly in the front, you
roll over.
So I did many of that.
But luckily in the dunes it's more.
Yes, luckily I did it there and not here.
Not on the rocks. I know that for most Dakar riders, the main goal is to successfully finish the race, especially for rookies as you.
Yes.
But here we have 2 rookies from South Africa, you and Kirsten, Landman. So, and I understand that you try not to focus on results and everything.
Yes.
Is it some kind of a pressure on you?
I wouldn't call it pressure, but I am a racer. I'm a competitor, and I want to compete with the guys in my class, and I want to do well. I can't go too slow because then I feel I make more mistakes if I go slow. I can't just, you need to be at a pace, and you often, I find it safer if I am at speed than not. Because you hit things and you're lucky, like, oh, that was lucky, that was good. But yes, I'm here to race. We want to obviously finish. That's the main goal. Save the bike, save the body. I'm still feeling good, so I don't think I'm pushing too hard. It's good.
How do you feel yourself on high-speed tracks?
I like the speed.
You
I like
like-
high speed a lot.
Because for me, actually, it's a bigger problem. I like more technical parts,
Yes.
sand tracks, but for speed,
I like the sand, high speed, and all kinds of the rocky stuff. And if it's dangerous and you need to think and focus, and it comes down to reactions and everything, I like that kind of speed where you have to think. You have to tap off if you're not. It's all about that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
and
you
I wish
so much,
good luck
Nifontova.
for the rest of the race. We'll see
Thank
at
you
the
so much.
finish.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hopefully see you at day end.
Okay.
You can start.
Hey guys, I'm Kirsten Landman. I'm 28 years old and I'm from South Africa and I'm riding for the Bass KTM team sponsored by Ryobi. And I'm a first timer, so I'm a Dakar rookie.
Kirsten, thank you so much for your time. And I prepared several questions for you. So let's start with the first one. I know that some years ago you had serious crash. You were in coma, and you wrote in your interviews that you're quite afraid of high-speed ridings. But why Dakar? Why you are here? And how you fight with those fears?
That's exactly why I'm here, to fight with those fears, to overcome the fears. So in 2013 I had a high-speed accident in Botswana, and for the last 6 years, I felt that it set me back in my enduro, in my extreme racing, because obviously we have very technical riding, but then the moment it gets to a fast section, I feel like I hold back, just because of my fear from my accident. And I thought, what better way to face my fears than come to the fastest rally and the biggest rally in the world, in the Dakar Rally. And also I've done a lot in my career in the hard enduros, and I wanted to do something to challenge me, and facing my fears head on. This is a huge challenge. Mentally, it's been so challenging, and I feel so much improvement from the start of the rally to where I am now. I've stepped out of my comfort zone and got a little bit more comfortable going a bit faster. But it's been a battle. I mean, I think about it all the time. It's brought back emotions from years ago, and like I said, I know what it's like to suffer from a high-speed accident, and like you and I, we touch wood, and we were lucky enough to walk away from it. I recovered, and I've come back stronger, and now I'm facing the fears that nearly took my life away, and I feel like I'm coming back stronger.
That's good. And you are the best South African enduro female rider. This season you managed to finish gold class in an amazingly tough Roof of Africa. Again, why Dakar? Why not continue racing in hard enduro?
I've done, you know what, it's because I've done the Roof of Africa, I've done Romaniacs, I've done Sea to Sky, I've done Megawatts, I've done Brave Man, I've done
all major hard enduro.
I've done
events.
everything except for Erzberg. I've pretty much done everything except for Erzberg. That's the only one I've done, and I'm actually doing it this year. So,
oh, cool.
So I got asked the question, what's next? What else are you going to do? And I thought, hey, let me go to the Dakar. I've never done it. Any motorsports enthusiast, their goal is Dakar. I mean, everyone's got it on their bucket list. And I had the opportunity. I got really good sponsors on board. And when I came out with the idea, I was the first African woman to come on board to do it. And then 6 months later, Taye jumps on board. So there's 2 South Africans here, which is really cool. And it's now a kind of that whole idea of trying to be the first one has gone away. I think it's more survival, get there safely. And I'm just here to finish. This race is crazy. I never realized the speeds of this race. And unfortunately what happened to yesterday put it into perspective. Yeah. And it's very unfortunate, but it's kind of like survival. Get to the finish safely, no broken bones, and just try have fun while we're doing it.
Yeah, that's what I was always telling to my friends, that Dakar is absolutely different from motocross, enduro, because you have to finish safely. That's first goal, and then all the results and everything else.
The results don't even matter, man. Results are out the window. You get there, finish safely. I think that's how I feel now. I want to cross that finish line. I don't want to see any more accidents. I've seen too many. It's horrible. It's actually quite sad. But yeah.
But mentally very difficult.
It's so hard on the mind, and especially because I've crashed, you've crashed, and if you've crashed, you kind of know what it's like. Toby's crashed, and I think that's also why it's so hard for the top guys, because they run at those speeds and they have that risk of crashing. And
yeah, I hope in future organizers will think about these speed limits in Dakar also, because
think so.
in FIM they already decided to make speed limits for the World Championship. Yeah, and I think for Dakar they should do the same.
Of course.
But what do you think? Will you continue your career in cross-country rallies, or this Dakar is just just one experience and that's it?
Right now, once it's done, it's done. I don't know if I'll come back. You know what? I don't know. Like you say, if it changes and they put limits and they make it safer and it becomes more controlled and it becomes more not just straight, flat out, fast, literally over one dune, blah, and then over another dune, then blah, then I won't come back. But if they change it and they make it tighter navigation, you know what? From the Dakars I've watched, and from watching you do Dakar, and from watching all the other Dakars, you see the videos of the guys crying because they're so tired, they're physically exhausted. Here it's just been guys that it's just been crashing out, and it's just been speed after speed after speed. So if it's going to carry on to be like this, it's not for me. This is not my type of riding. It's not what I enjoy. I feel like my life's on the line the whole time, and I'm sitting at 130 kilometers an hour. But if it changes and it becomes a lot less fast with a little bit more, tight navigation within the dunes and all that sort of stuff, this is so cool to be at the Dakar, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Laia Sanz and Toby Price and the best in the world. Yeah, I'll come back, but
not for flat outs.
No, not for flat outs. No.
I understand you totally.
Yeah.
That's why I like Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge so much. And
yes.
I didn't like when some rounds were for example, in Chile.
Yeah.
It was also like flat out. So
Yeah.
average speed in bikes was 130 kilometers.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's insane. It's scary. Like I did a rally, not Rally du Maroc, I did Mazuga. I loved that.
Yeah,
because
they're more technical.
More technical, fast, but more technical. Yeah. I mean, you have to be like smooth over all this stuff, but it wasn't just flat out straights.
Yeah. Okay, next question. So most of my friends who ride enduro and hard enduro, they think that rally is an easy thing because we don't have here difficult technical special stages. What was your opinion before you started to ride in rallies, and does it change? Did it change?
I don't take anything away from the high speed, the guys that go those speeds, because you have to have a skill to be able to hang it out at those speeds for that long and to be able to navigate at the same time. But it's a different type of thing. Like extreme enduro, you got to be exceptionally fit. It's so physically demanding on the body. I find it's mental. It's so mentally demanding, mentally and emotionally. I mean, you're sitting doing those big distances, knowing that you got to do a day of 840 kilometers with a special of 550 kilometers, and to know you just got to go after kilometer after kilometer after kilometer. You have no idea what's in front of you. That is mentally exhausting. Whereas extreme enduro, we're only doing between 90 and 180 kilometers a day, and we're averaging 10 Ks an hour. That's where it becomes physically exhausting. So that's the difference. And that's why I prefer extreme enduro. Because the tougher it is, the better I do.
Okay. So the next question. Most of my time I spend not for training, riding, and racing, but for finding sponsors, on working for my current partners. Is it easier for you in South Africa? How did you start your professional career in this field, and was it easier to find sponsors for Dakar?
So it's actually a conversation that's going around now that we're talking about. Everyone seems to think that I've had everything handed to me on a silver platter. It's not the case. I've been riding a motorbike for 21 years. I had to work to pay for my own bike when I left school. My parents paid for me. Then when I left school, they said it's all up to you. I had to work hard. I was working a night job, and while I was studying at the same time to pay for my motorbike, then I worked hard and I trained really, really hard. I put in a lot of effort. Then when I was 20, I got my first sponsor with Yamaha, and I raced and I crashed. And my first national enduro, one lap took me 11 hours. I got back, I was so exhausted, I vomited, but I trained and worked hard. Every time I failed, I got back up and I prepared myself to get better and better. My first Roof of Africa, I didn't finish. I've had a lot of failures, I've had a lot of accidents. I've gone through the ups and the highs, the lows. I've put in the effort, and with all the hard work, you do get sponsors, you know, and with the hard work comes results. And I've been fortunate enough to be in South Africa, to be the first woman to be doing everything that I'm doing. So, and I've been doing well at it, you know, I've been competing against guys. There's never been another woman to do it because it's tough, and I'm not taking anything away from women. I mean, look at Laia, she's a perfect example. Look at yourself. If you put in the effort and if you work hard and if you become a good representative of your country and your sport, sponsors, they get attracted to you and they come on board because, like yourself, I mean, you're not racing, but you're here, you're representing your sponsors and you're doing good for the sport. And I'm the same. We're pioneering women within our industry. And that's what I try to do. And at the same time, you know, I try to give back, and I train people and I promote people, and I do work with charities and that sort of stuff because we're on a platform where we can. So I try to do the best for my sponsors, but it's come with a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifices. And I mean, I'm not making millions, but I'm riding my motorbike. And that's all that matters. I mean, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing it because it's experiences. And and the South African community in motorsport, the Brother Leader Tread KTM team, which is I've been riding for 7 years. My boss, Francisca Brandel, she took me under her wing, and she has just taken me from strength to strength to strength. She's let me race on the KTM team now for 7 years. And whatever race I wanted to do, she supported me. So it also just takes someone to believe in you. And the sponsors I've had, like Ryobi, they believed in me, and they've supported me for my Dakar dream. Brother Leader Tread KTM, they've helped me get to Romania, they've helped me get to all of my extremes. I mean, so it's been a lot of people that have believed in me, but it's also been because we put in the hard work.
Yeah, sure. That also I tell my friends that I have to work very hard to I don't have everything
exactly.
I take it easily.
Yeah, it's hard work, and like us, we women in a male dominated sport, so the gym effort that we have to put in a lot of effort, you know, and it's a lot harder for us because we're just not naturally strength, and emotionally we get a little bit more emotional than what guys do. So it's not easy. It's not an easy sport, but that's what attracts me to it. It's challenging.
Yeah, sure.
It's the challenge. Yeah.
The final question. So here we have two South African girls. I know that for you it's important to finish the race,
Yes.
and maybe you don't focus on the results. But does it add some additional pressure on you?
I would think the first 6 days was very hard for me emotionally because Taye and I are very different riders. She is exceptionally good at the high speed stuff.
She just told me that.
Yeah,
I was enjoying it.
She loves it, and she's always been good at it, and I don't take anything away from her. She's a very talented rider, and to see her doing so well and thriving in something that she's good at, I wish her all the best. And she's done so well to get here. I mean, when they came on board to do the Dakar, I mean, they put together their Dakar dream in a year. I mean, I've been working on it for 2.5 years. So for her to come this far, she's done really well, and for her to see her doing so well, she's done extremely well.
Yeah, she's
and
good. And also saw her results.
She's doing really well, and she's just getting better every day. And me as a enduro rider, this doesn't suit me. So you know, I am scared to go fast where she isn't, and you know, so we're different riders, and this is suiting her. So you know, really good for her, and I am proud of her, and I wish her all the best. And you know, at the beginning it was a competition. It's not now. I'm here to. I just feel like
that's good. You should be smart. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and we have been feeling a lot of pressure, and I think people back home are you know, it's like Team Taye or Team Kirsten. But right now, people, hope she gets to the finish line safely. Just takes it easy, and whoever gets there first, it doesn't mean anything to me as long as we all finish safely. And it's just to be at the Dakar it's a dream come true, and to finish, I'll get that tick on the bucket list, and I'll have my finisher's medal. And who knows, maybe because she's so good at it, she's got a career in Dakar racing.
Maybe she will be good in cross-country
rallies. In cross-country
rallies,
and you know, that's where we're different riders. I'm an extreme enduro rider. I do really well in extreme enduros, where she's a rally rider. She's an off-road rider, and she's doing exceptionally well. So good for her. I'm really impressed with her. And in this terrain, she's the better rider, and I wish her all the best. And for myself, I'm just here to finish. And that's that.
Okay, if I come to South Africa, will you teach me some tricks with the hard enduro
Of
bike?
course I will.
Because for me, it's absolutely, out of space something. I don't understand how you do this. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. A lot of the times people say we take our bikes for a walk because we literally walk in and push in our bikes.
Yeah, walking with the bike.
Exactly. That's it. We take our bikes for walks because it's so slow. I mean, like my last extreme enduro we did, Roof of Africa now, was 180 kilometers. We're averaging 18 kilometers per hour. That's slow. I mean, and then here, come to the Dakar and average is 130 kilometers an hour. So that just shows you the different aspects of riders. I like to look at something and sit there puzzling for 2-3 hours, getting up a 400-meter climb. I love that. It's so challenging. It's physical. I mean, and the technique you have to use to be able to get up those sort of things, and you have to look after the motorbike, and you have to navigate, and you got to choose your lines carefully. That's what I thrive off, and it's also been a big eye opener. I'm so fortunate to be here at the Dakar, but I know what my passion is, and it's hard enduro. And not many people get this opportunity to come to Dakar, and I am so grateful that I've come here. And I'm very excited to get through the rest of the race and get that finisher's medal. And I mean, I've got to meet people like you, and I've got to meet Laia, and it's been an incredible journey. I'm so grateful for the opportunity, and this is cool.
So I need to plan my trip to
You
South
must
Africa.
please come to South Africa. I've got bikes for you. I've got accommodation for you.
Cool.
Come anytime. We've got beach, we've got riding, we've got dogs. I can show you all the cool stuff, and we've got the best riding in the
By
world.
the way, can you tell me a few words about this your passion with dogs?
Okay.
What are you doing?
So I love animals. I love dogs. I love any animals. I've got a charity called Saving Animals Movement. So when I started my whole Dakar campaign, we were fundraising money. So I said, okay, because I've always wanted to be able to give back, and I haven't really been able to afford it. But with Dakar costing so much money, I thought 50% of my proceeds I'm going to donate to charity. So I started a non-profit charity foundation called SAM, Saving Animals Movement. My dog's name is Sammy. So I played with the names of the words, and I came up with Sammy, Saving Animals Movement. And so what I've been doing is I've been sterilizing dogs in the rural villages, because in the areas where we ride, there's lots of animals that are, the rural people breed animals to sell them to make money. And so there's just so many animals that don't have homes, that are malnourished, that have horrible diseases, and it breaks my heart to see that. So what I do is I go into the rural areas, I educate the rural people about how to look after animal. We sterilize the animal, and we tell them they need to be fed, they need to be looked after, and then also rehome animals. Because I mean, I've got 5 dogs now, I can't take any more. 5 dogs, 1 cat.
You're a mama.
I am a mama. My most recent one I just picked up in Botswana. A little dog I rescued at the border in Botswana, and we managed to get him right. I must actually show you the pictures of what he looked like and what he is now. But that's what I do. So Saving Animals Movement, we try and I just try and help animals that need help. They don't have a voice of their own. They need people to look out for them, and my dog Sammy is the love of my life. She's my child. She is the apple of my eye. She is so clever. She is an animal that's so intelligent. People don't realize how clever they are, and they have feelings and they have emotions.
Yeah, sure.
And they need to be looked after. So it's a small way for me to give back. I can't change the world, but I can change 1 or 2 animals' lives as I go. And that's why we started. Also, Toby and Laia came on board. They're donating a race shirt, which is really nice. You can win either one of their race shirts if you buy a raffle ticket, a €50 buy-in, and all the proceeds are going to go to Australia, because of the Australia wildfire, all the fires. So there's 1.25 billion animals have died. It's a lot. So Sam is going to, hopefully that little bit of money that we fundraise, I'll donate to the Australia foundations, because they need money. These people are going in, fetching the animals out of the fires, rehabilitating them, fixing up their wounds, feeding them, and then shame. So if it's something I can do, and I'll do it. And yeah, that's Sam.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's
and
a pleasure.
I wish you good luck for the rest of the race, and with
Thank
all
you.
your good things that you do for animals and for everybody.
Thank you so much, and you are a legend, and I've been following you for years, and I only hope to be as tough as you, because what you've done is incredible.
It was just a crazy idea because of lack of sponsors,
But I mean, look at you now. You're a flippin' legend and a huge inspiration. And I mean, I know big, strong, grown men that haven't finished the Malimoto, and you've done it.
I think that because girls are more tough
It's,
know,
it's women are
mentally.
tough. We are really tough, and I hope that inspires women to come and do more races like this because we can do it.
Yeah.
Living examples.
We can do it.
We can. Cool.
Ну что, друзья, я надеюсь, вам понравилось то, что мы записали, как мы брали интервью у девчонок, и теперь вы понимаете, что за такой вот простой безделушкой, которая стоит на полке, стоит много всего. Огромный труд, желание, горящие глаза, любовь к тому делу, которым ты занимаешься. И это все не просто так. Поэтому я надеюсь, вам понравилось. И вы подпишитесь на наш канал, позовите друзей, поставите лайки, напишите свои комментарии. В общем, мы ждем от вас фидбэк. И пока-пока. До новых встреч.